Hello and welcome. This was meant to be a live commentary, but my sound recording software was being a little messed up at the moment. So this has just become a regular commentary. Here you can see me making the character. The name is pretty obvious, it's just the initials E3MB for Eat3MoreBacon. Now, this is where you can see everything being put together. I was trying to pick a good class because I've played them all, well, most of them. I ended up choosing the Knight because Knight's pretty well rounded, strength wise, and miracle wise, faith wise, I should say. I just picked the generic ones. I'm not one to go in and make a in-depth character in everything I've made. There you see me just showing off the character I just made, and yeah.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire.
I was gonna allow that to play the whole time, but I don't feel like showing you guys everything that's already been shown.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
The reason why I didn't talk at all during that scene while she was talking was because I am not one to talk over people while they're talking, because I feel like it ruins the moment for not only me but also for people like you who want to hear the storyline if you haven't heard it, because Dark Souls has a pretty amazing storyline, to be honest. Now, I am playing on the Xbox 360. I do not have online play, but I find that games are equally fun single player, because if a game is fun in single player, it's gotta be fun for multiplayer, but I've never played much multiplayer. I'm not one to care for playing with those. I was just showing you that those said something right there. Now, I would like to state that I did get really far in Dark Souls. I actually recorded a almost 2-hour session before I realized that my sound recording was just being really awful at the time. And when I heard the playback after I got done with the session, it was just horrible. So So I'm not going to change characters because I got something on my character that is really rare at the beginning of the game. So I'll make a sub character, if you will, and I will probably reach the same spot I did, and then I'll switch back over to the main channeled character. Now right here I'm just showing you that this guy is just sitting up there staring at you. He does not spawn out of random, and he's not hiding or glitched like some of the errors in this game there are. Now, if you can hear it closely, you can hear that the sound might not be fully timed up with the visuals, but I don't know what is going on, but maybe I was doing these parts too fast or something, but there's not that many of them. I've watched almost my whole 2-hour recording session, and it happened multiple times throughout it. The audio is not synced up really well with the video, but they're both at the right time. They both end at the same time. One just goes a little faster than the other at some points, but other than that, it's pretty well timed. Pretty well. How do I put it?
Oh, you. You're no hollow, hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Sorry about that. The word I was looking for would be synced. They're pretty well synced together. Sync is synchronized, if you didn't know that. Just random fact. So this is just a tutorial level. It's pretty straightforward. I was thinking that after I do an entire playthrough of the game, that instead of like doing a little bit of New Game Plus, I would just make a montage or tribute video or music video or whatever you want to call it, but to the game. As long as the song's not copywritten, it should turn out nicely. Now you can see there, I haven't played this in a couple months because I've been busy doing stuff, and so the parries are going to take me a while to get used to when playing the game. And I also came to the secondary conclusion that I am no longer going to be making the making 2-hour recording sessions. I think at max I'm going to make a 30-minute recording session, and maybe just split that up into 2 parts, or make it an extra long part. But I don't know much else to say. This game's pretty fun for strategists. Sorry about that. And if you're very impatient, I would say don't pick this game up, because you need to be pretty patient to play this game. It's not something you can pick up and automatically know the ins and outs of the entire game. I saw a playthrough of this kid or guy playing this game of Dark Souls and beating it within 30 or 40 minutes. I can't remember, but I was really surprised at how fast this guy was able to complete it. To me that is just way too fast. That's someone who's been playing that game way too long to actually enjoy it. Because though they must have at least enjoyed it when they were first studying it and everything, because that's all most games could be and could become, is just like a form of homework. Just study them, and you can ultimately win and get the victories pretty easily. Now me, I like games like Age of Empires. It's pretty fun, pretty strategic. Am I good at it? No. But I'll have to say that this is probably the end of this recording session right now.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
So, see you next time.